Hello everyone and welcome to another game of DreamHack Winter 2012 round of 8. It is going to be No Tidehunter versus Absolute Legend. No Tidehunter going up ahead on the DotA team, starting with a ban on Undying. Undying, one of these heroes who in this current version have seen tons and tons of play just because of his power in the early game, in the mid game, with the decay, with the tombstone. He's just such a pain to deal with. And AL is going to go ahead and ban the overpowered hero of this version, namely the Magnetor. Chinese teams have said that Magnetor was pretty much overpowered all over the board due to the long-range skewer and the combo that he can go with the reverse polarity. And No Tidehunter goes ahead and ban the twin-headed dragon now. So twin-headed dragon, the bread and butter support of this version as well, due to the ice path. And due to the fact that he also suited the metagame pretty well. You know, it's not only the ice path. I talk a lot about the ice path, how it has a long range, low cooldown, as well as low mana cost. But it's also the fact that Jakiro in itself deals a lot of AoE damage. He can push towers fairly easily with the liquid fire. And Sven is going to be the first pick for No Tidehunter. So in the last game I casted, we remember Navi versus EG. EG actually going against the odds and taking out Navi, the champion European team, with Sven each time played against Navi, and Sven getting farmed up and getting those great cleave and crits, and killing Navi's side just wonderfully. So AL gonna go ahead and get the Batrider and Bounty Hunter. Batrider, also one of the heroes who's seen a lot of bans in this version. Batrider with the turn rate buff as well as strength buff as well. You know, he has been receiving a minor strength gain nerf in the 6.76, but it's still a fairly tanky hero. Without much items, he still sits with a fairly comfortable amount of HP, so he can go straight for his core items, which is a Blank Dagger, which is the Force Staff, and Bounty Hunter, the second hero that a lot of Chinese team really like. And in fact, not only the Chinese team, any team loves the Bounty Hunter, giving extra gold with the track and being a very good long lane solo in general, because even if he gets shut down, he doesn't get the farm. As soon as he hits level 6, well, there you go. You get the kills, you get the farm, and you don't need that much creep kills. You can get the items without getting all this farm. Plus, Bounty Hunter, very annoying to deal with because he will be going around in the map and getting kills on the mid lane, on the other lane, on the short lane, if he's not on the long lane, and it's very hard to know whether or not Bounty Hunter is still around here or if he's ganking. So it forces you to pretty much get Sentry Wards in the middle lane as well. And we have a Lone Druid Darkseer following up for No Tidehunter. So Darkseer Sven, we just saw how powerful this combo was. The vacuum into a big cleave crit, and this was the death of Navi for hero in the first game versus EG, not IG. And Lone Druid, a fairly common long lane hero, because he can pull the creeps with the bear, the spirit bear, and also he can do a fair share of damage with the bear and with himself as right click damage. So if there's not too many supports as a pressure on Lone Druid, he can farm pretty well against even a farmed up hero. So he will get a fairly late Radiance usually when Lone Druid is played on the long lane. But remember, the power of a Lone Druid, like the power of, for example, the Prophet or the Darkseer, is if he's put on the long lane, he will be able to go into the jungle if he is just that pressured and he can't, approach the creeps. That is what you can do. Just throw your hero, the long lane hero, into the jungle for 2 or 3 minutes and let him go back to his lane once he's level 3 or 4 or 5. So a bit more tanky, a bit more survivable. With some items like for example, Soul Ring for Darkseer. So we go on to the second set of bans. We have the Lifestealer ban as well as the Panda ban, and for the other side we have the Rubik ban as well as the Disruptor. So Rubik, a very good hero against Enigma. Rubik has two heroes that he can seal the ultimate very easily. It's the Enigma and the Faceless Void due to how the ultimate work. Faceless Void is due to the fact that he only has two active spells, so he will go in with the Time Walk usually, and he will follow up with the Chronosphere. And due to the long cooldown of the Time Walk, if you steal a spell right after the Chronosphere, you will always steal the Chronosphere. So it will not block the Faceless Void, but at least it will deny any kind of support from his team if you place the Chronosphere right behind his. And Enigma, it's the same thing. If you do not get caught into the black hole, well, you have 4 seconds to steal the black hole of Enigma, which is fairly long window of opportunity. So Absolute Legend, they don't want this. They are gonna ban the Rubik, and same with the Disruptor. It's a very easy hero to stop the black hole with due to the very long range, very big AoE on the Static Storm. So it forces Enigma to get a fast BKB, and it might not be what you want. You might want to go for a fast, mech, as we see a lot of Enigma go for. Due to the fact that Enigma farms fairly quickly, getting an early mech is usually very useful for your team, more than an early BKB. Usually early BKB is really to be able to channel this black hole without getting interrupted. But if you can't get a mech instead, you will almost always prefer the mech for your team if someone else doesn't get it first. So we see a Void ban now for Tidehunter. Void, one of the heroes who is often picked as a counter to Sven. Due to, well, basically Sven, the problem of Sven is he is easily kited, he's melee, so if you put down a Chronosphere that is 5 seconds of guaranteed, stun on Sven basically, and he goes through the BKB. So if you combo well with the Enigma, that is the entire duration of Sven BKB, which goes down to the gutter with the black hole, with the Chronosphere as well. And they also have banned the Rubik on Absolute Legend side, so you cannot even say, okay, you get the Void and I get the Rubik, so I can counter the Void. So the last ban from AL is going to be Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, a very good hero with the burst damage, the AoE damage, going very well with the Darkseer Vacuum as well. Vacuum 4 heroes in, use the Scream of Pain and this the Sonic Wave, and this is a lot of damage done onto the entire enemy team. Instead, no Tidehunter is going to go ahead and get the Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light, a very good tri-lane hero. As I always say, two of the best tri-laners are the Keeper of the Light and the Undying, who has been banned by no Tidehunter. Keeper of the Light, due to the very big AoE and range on the Illuminate, it deals a lot of damage. It forces the enemy to play defensively and to be careful even when they want to go in, because if they actually start the fight and start to try and kill Sven, and they get a fully charged Illuminate on the face of their entire lineup, it's like three supports, so the carry plus the 2 supports, getting the 200 damage Illuminate at level 1 and 300 at level 2, etc, etc, plus Keeper of the Light, have basically unlimited mana with the Chakra Magic. So that means Sven can just pretty much spam the Stormbolt, the Stormhammer in Dota 2, not Stormbolt anymore. And this is a lot of damage. The Stormhammer is no joke. It deals a lot of damage as well as AoE damage. Plus, it is not how do we say that? Disjointable, so you cannot blink away from it, you cannot go invisible and dodge the Stormhammer, you will be dealt the damage, and 2 second stun is also 2 second stun within which Keeper of the Light can charge his laser. So now we see Vengeful Spirit pick. So Vengeful Spirit, a fairly defensive support, usually picked right as a counter to Enigma due to the long range on the Nether Swap and the fact that it goes through BKB, so you can use the Vengeful Spirit to swap the Enigma out of the black hole. You can also use it to swap the Batrider away from his target, and I think if you swap the Batrider, the lasso will break. So you save the Sven, for example, if he gets caught from the Batrider, you save anyone caught from the Enigma with the black hole by a Nether Swap as well. And as I said before, Vengeful Spirit, a fairly defensive support. She has low range, low damage, as well as a fairly weak stun. It deals a lot of damage, but the stun duration, as you can see here, is not very long, and the range is not that huge either. So Mirana is going to be the last pick for Absolute Legend. Actually a lot of disables that go through the BKB. Bane's Fiend's Rip goes through BKB, the Black Hole goes through BKB, the Lasso goes through BKB, so With the Mirana ultimate, you can also surprise your enemy with the invisible. Well, basically it works the same as the smoke, but it doesn't dispel when you get close to the enemy. So Admiral Bulldog, would you believe it, on his ever-loved Lone Druid, and that's probably going to be Lone Druid middle and Darkseer on the long lane, or we might see Darkseer on the middle, but Batrider kind of shits over all kind of melee hero in the middle lane, so... we have Come With Me on Enigma, we have Bane played by Mania, Sony is going to be playing Mirana, Bounty Hunter is going to be played by Freezer, so probably Bounty Hunter on the long lane, which leaves a Bane in Mirana, which is a very, very annoying lane due to the Nightmare into the arrow. It's very hard to dodge this. The only way you can actually dodge this is if you have another hero around to transfer the Nightmare or to go and take the arrow instead of you. So Eternal Envy having a little bit of issue with his sound. We have Admiral Bulldog on the Lone Druid, as I said before. Loda is going to be playing Sven. S4 on Darkseer, follow Aki, so Aki on the Keeper of the Light, and Envy on Vengeful Spirit. And the lanes, probably we're going to have Enigma in the jungle. We'll have Mania and Mirana on the bottom lane, Freezer on the top lane, Sexy Bamboo on the middle. And in the dire side, we have... what could be an offensive trial lane. After all, the Keeper of the Light with his Sven and Vengeful Spirit, there is two disables, two hardcore stun that will allow a Keeper of the Light to get a fully charged Illuminate, and the stuns deal a lot of damage too. I mean, if you take a look at level 3 potential damage, it is 175 damage here, is 175 damage here, plus 300 damage, or 200, so not counting the right clicks coming from Zen and Vengeful Spirit, plus the minus armor from the Wave of Terror. This is a lot of damage coming out, so we might see Loda, Aki, and Eternal Envy heading up for the bottom lane, and we might see Darkseer heading up for the top lane with Lone Druid in the middle, or we might see the defensive tri lane with Sven is only wanting to farm. Alright, so we're back into the game. We have Bounty Hunter heading for the top lane. We have Come With Me preparing here to deny creep. And Sony, as well as Mania, on the bottom lane. Sexy Bamboo is going to rush the bottle with 3 tangos, 3 branches. We have aggressive tri lane from the Tidehunter with the Vengeful Spirit, with the Keeper of the Light, as well as Sven. Sven getting a Stout Shield as well to prevent too much harassment coming from Mirana and Bane. Right click from those two heroes are going to be very annoying. The Stout Shield works very well against the range harassment. Range heroes are harassment. S4, he's going to go for the middle lane. He has 3 branches and three tangos, so a lot. He's rushing the bottle as well. I think he has been pulled the tangos as well because he has more gold than... Yeah, you see here that Batrider starting with 354 gold. Layout. I just thought about layout, so now it is fixed. And Darkseer has starting with 444 gold, so Darkseer will get a fairly early bottle. We see a Sentry Ward placed down from the dire side, which is fairly surprising. They're blocking their own. Yeah, they're blocking their own ancient camps. I'm not really sure what all this is about. So we'll have to see. And Admiral Bulldog is gonna go 1v1 against this Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is gonna have a hard time, I guess, because usually with the Spirit Bearer, Lone Druid is pretty much outlaning anyone 1v1. And in the bottom lane, we'll have to look out for this, you know, those combos. It's probably going to be the first kills are gonna come from this bottom lane or in the mid lane if Darkseer is not very careful, but normally Darkseer has a surge, so he should be just fine to walk away from the enemies, from the enemy Batrider, even if he gets too much, you know, sticky napalm on his head. Plus, the Iron Shell really annoys the Batrider. You see that Batrider here played by Sexy Bamboo taking a lot of damage already. And the wild card is going to be this Enigma, because Enigma will be the one farming very freely on this jungle. And it looks like they might want to go on Mirana. Nope, Mirana scaling leap directly as the stun was flying out and using it instantly, so very good reflex by Sony. So Mirana now with the level 2 Sacred Arrow and the leap as well. We have Bane trying to pull, but unfortunately there's a ward in the tri-bush here blocking this camp and this camp. And oh, we see a stun landing on Mirana. Mirana is gonna go down. There's no leap anymore. She already used it. And that level 1 leap is 30-second cooldown, so it's a fairly large window of you know, killing a potential. So now we see Mania trying to find the Observer ward. Is this Sentry ward actually placed way too far? It would be a shame if he didn't spot this ward, but I think he can. Yeah, he can. So he will be able to counter ward this and pull this camp now. So we see a fairly defensive ward placed down by the Dire, so they can actually see if Enigma is coming from this area. But it's not going to be the case. Enigma usually, he wants to farm as quickly as possible. He is not a hero like Chen or Enchantress that goes into the lane and gank in the early levels. He is here for the fast mechanism, for the fast black hole and everything. He can bring something to the table with the Malefice. Don't get me wrong, but usually he won't be actively ganking like other junglers. So we see on the top lane, Lone Druid 10 for 1 and Bounty Hunter 10 for 1 as well. He is doing fairly well on this top lane. He has a Poor Man Shield, so he's gonna block a lot of damage coming from the Spirit Bear as well as the Lone Druid. And he's stealing the creeps from well, from the pool here. So Lone Druid, the bear resummoned, and we see S4 actually doing a very good job in the middle lane at denying Batrider the you know, the upper hand on this middle lane. Usually Batrider, one of the heroes who Freezer and Bulldog going 1v1. Bulldog taking a decent amount of damage from the Janata hits of Bounty Hunter. He will have to be careful once Bounty Hunter starts getting the Shuriken level up, because that might be a lot of burst coming up, and Lone Druid is not the tankiest hero ever, until level 6 at least. We see Eternal Envy and Aki rotating. They might find Come With Me. No, come with me. He is careful. He does see Eternal Envy now. He will land 3 clicks on with the Eidolons. Aki. Oh, stun landing on Eternal Envy, and he is trying to run away. He will receive it. No! We just saw what I was talking about. The only way you can escape from this combo is having an ally close around and who can take away the nightmare from you. So very good play here by Aki, knowing that the arrow was going to follow, and Vengeful Spirit stays alive. In the top lane, Bulldog against Bounty Hunter. Admiral Bulldog now got the Tranquil Boots, so he will be able to withstand the harassment from Bounty Hunter. As for with the bottle as well as the magic wand, and he's just gonna be fine. And he even goes on Batrider just to land 1 right click to be very pesky with the double damage rune. And yeah, Bamboo, he cannot really do much. And whoa, Bulldog, Admiral Bulldog, very far away into the enemy territory. But he is gonna block this this area. Oh, Bulldog, he might take a lot of damage from Freezer. Freezer, he doesn't have the Janata. Oh, he has it now, but he doesn't have the Shuriken toss. And with the Tranquil Boots, Lone Druid is back to full health already. So I'm pretty surprised about the Sentry Ward they placed down here in the Eternal Envy. What are you doing, Eternal Envy? Oh, he just he spent all his unreliable gold getting the Observer Ward, and then since he's low level, level 2 only, it takes less time to get yourself killed and respawning at the fountain than walking back. So S4 pushes the lane and then go get the creeps into the jungle, so he gets much more farm than you could actually get in the lane alone. You see he is at 33 creep kill at the moment, followed up by Come With Me on the Enigma, farming the jungle without any problem at the moment. Bulldog now is getting a lead on Bounty Hunter. You see that slowly he's getting up ahead. And do we have... No, we don't have boots yet on Spirit Bear, so he cannot really chase away the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter 22 for 4. Lone Druid 27 for 5, but Bounty Hunter is still doing a really decent job at standing up to this Lone Druid. Sven 24 for 9, so also getting a fair amount of farm. Sexy Bamboo in the middle lane 23 for 4. So Batrider actually getting outlaned by the Darkseer here, and well, it looks like Bounty Hunter has the bottom now, so he is fairly healthy, and he's gonna go again on Lone Druid, but Lone Druid doesn't really care. He has the Tranquil Boots, as I said earlier, and you know, Bounty Hunter, yeah, that's what you see. A lot of damage just from one entangle, And in the meantime, Admiral Bulldog back to full house already due to the Tranquil boots. So Sven is going for this power trait. He has it now. And we'll have to look at what he decides to go right after. Maybe it's going to be a Drum of Endurance for more stat, more movement speed, more aura. Or he's going to go straight for the BKB. We saw this earlier. Some players like to go straight for BKB Mask of Madness. Some other like to get the drum to get some more stats. And does DotA decided to... Yeah, he decided to go for 1 level in Great Cleave right after 1 level in Warcry. Earlier in this game... Oh, we see Enigma in the top lane. We might have to wait a bit. And Lone Druid is heading up. Freezer is getting entangled. He might die before. No, he sees Come With Me coming in. And now he is going to try to run away. Come with me. He has the black hole. He's going to get entangled again. And Enigma might very well die here. He is forced to pop the black hole. Freezer comes back, but there's no way they can kill Come With Admiral Bulldog. And that is Come With Me is going to go down. One more right click. He does go down. And this is again gone sour due to the luck of Admiral Bulldog. 2 entangles right before the fight happens. On the bottom lane, we see Mirana leaping away, avoiding Doom, and Observer Ward planted down, aggressive Observer Ward. If anyone goes here to try and deny the tower, they will get stunned and they will get killed. And as I said earlier, Sven, usually we saw early EG playing Sven going straight for Stormhammer, Max Warcry, and starting to level the Great Cleave only at level 10. TP coming out. We see Freezer is actually here. He's level 6. S4 is here as well. Level 8. Arrow is flying. Is gonna hit. No! It is missing Eternal Envy by a few centimeters. And that is gonna be the end of this gank. TP coming up in the middle lane is gonna be DotA and S4, so both of them coming up. In the meantime, Admiral Bulldog still farming his bot off. And in this bottom lane, it leaves only 2 supports. Have to be careful. If they go too far, Bounty Hunter will find them, and we see that experience graph is going 1.5k advantage of the Radiant due to the Enigma, but the gold graph is going the way of the Dire now. And once the huge creep camp here is cleared by Sven, the graph is going to look a bit different. Eternal Envy still being very, very meticulous on the pulling and on the stacking. We're gonna have to see if it works. When there are so many creeps, it is actually very hard. And nope, it's gonna miss. In the middle lane, this Bounty Hunter gets stunned by Sven, and S4 is gonna come in. He has a vacuum, and Freezer is gonna die to the Illuminate of the Keeper of the Light. Now giving back mana to Darcyr. Darcyr is going in. He is surged. He is gonna go use the stun, but no, they are not gonna follow this. Sexy Bamboo taking a decent amount of damage. Firefly has been popped. He is gonna force a Flame Break also. Flame Break, one of the undervalued spell of Batrider. Flame Break is a lot of damage, actually 300 damage at max level. It stuns and it does the reverse, function of the vacuum. So it really screwed up your positioning as well. Admiral Bulldog, he decided to go for a Hand of Midas. So more farm coming up on this bear, and that's going to be a very fast Radiance. So as I said before, usually we see... And this time it actually works, so Eternal Envy getting 1 more stack. Creeps are actually screwing up their pathing and they're running around. Sven has not so many items, in fact. Does he have anything? No, he only has power treads 10 minutes in, so he's not farming that much. He has 40 creep kills in. If we compare this to Admiral Bulldog with 56, due to the tri-lane nature of a tri-lane, it's always harder to farm against a tri-lane than farming against a single guy. And I was saying before, Lone Druid, on the long lane usually he has hard time getting the items, but here on the Freezer tried to bring down the bear, and Lone Druid, he can actually resummon it. Nope, he's not gonna do so. Bounty Hunter is popping up his bottle charges. He also... No, he doesn't... I think I misclicked. I thought he went for a Tranquil Boots, not the case. Sexy Bamboo going one-on-one against S4. He's gonna pop the lasso. And is S4 going to die to this? I'm not really sure. S4, very low on health. He will need 1 more right click, but nope. No can do. S4 escapes with very low health. Freezer still trying to fight against the Bounty Hunter. Against the Lone Druid. Sleep hopped on Aki. So nothing done much. DotA Loda is level 6 now, so he has the gut strength. Has to be careful. There is Enigma around. Stun is gonna land on Mirana with the Illuminate. Already a lot of damage, but Aki is gonna eat a stun. No, Sven is gonna take that stun for him, and that is gonna be the death of Sven. Sven, yep, Enigma's Malefice proc is gonna kill him. I'm not really sure that was worth it. Saving up the support, that is a very, very noble gesture, but in the end, the carry dies, and that's not what you want. Mirana taking a lot of damage from the Illuminate, almost dying to it. And Bulldog, he's so aggressive here. He knows he has the upper hand. 1v1, Bounty Hunter has nothing on him, especially now that he's level 6. He is very tanky. There's no way Bounty Hunter can burst him down. And Batrider gets a Blink Dagger now, so we'll have to look out for this Blink initiation. Enigma decided to go for a Power Tread instead of anything like a Mechanism Rush or a Blink Dagger Rush. So, I guess... Nope, TP coming in. They might want to go on Lone Druid. Come with me. He's gonna start heading on the Bear. The Bear taking some decent amount of damage, but he might be able to... No, Freezer, very good block. And one more Shuriken Toss is not gonna kill the Bear. Instead, 33 HP. And only 10 seconds before he can resummon it. He's gonna be very happy to survive with his Bear. It is 100 gold given away if you get the Guerra killed, and it is a lot of experience as well. Mania is here. The arrow is not gonna land on anyone, unfortunately, and Mania is gonna eat a stun in the face. Sexy Bamboo blinking in. He's gonna catch S4. S4 taking a lot of damage. S4 almost dead. One more right click. He is gonna go down. But Loda is here. Loda has popped the God Strength. Is he gonna land the stun? He is. Batrider is trying to run away. Batrider is gonna get stunned, but Loda actually backed off. And that is the death of Eternal Envy. He is gonna get followed by Mirana. Loda is still around. He has the stun in pocket, but two of his allies already dead, so he might not want to go. No, he is gonna decide to back off now. Come with me. As I said before, deciding to go for the Power Tread, so I don't really know. More survivability, I guess, but I think a Mechanism would have done the same thing. Rushing Mechanism. S4 is back off. He is gonna go for the mech. He almost has it. Only 600 gold away from it. And TP coming in the middle lane. They might look to go on S4. Nope. TP taking a bit too much time. Sexy Bamboo. He doesn't have the lasso ready. Freezer is looking for S4. S4 is gonna find a haste, so he's gonna be just fine. There is no disable right now available. Batrider, 20-second and lasso. Keeper of the Light, Tranquil Boots, Magic Wand. You usually see Keeper of the Light rushing the Mechanism, but this time it's going to be S4 getting it. Keeper of the Light being able to farm fairly easily with the Illuminate, and oh, goodbye, Haki. They don't even need the Flaming Lasso. Bounty Hunter with the burst damage coming from the Phase Boot Janata, level 4 Janata, so a lot of damage from this crit. Plus Batrider coming with a level 4 Flame Break, 300 damage, and it brings away, the Keeper of the Light. It pushes him further away from his tower. Now they're gonna try to push down this tower. The Eidolon dealing a great deal of damage, and Loda is coming in. Oh, very good vacuum, catching 3, and this is 3 kills. So Darkseer, excellent vacuum into the stun. 3 hero stuns with the cleave. Only 2 level in cleave, but that is way enough with the God Strength. And this is the middle tower going down. In the meantime, Admiral Bulldog still pushing up. He has the come on, Sacred Relic if he wants it. It's gonna be a 18-minute relic if he keeps on farming that fast. And it looks like it because he even had a Hand of Midas, so with the Hand of Midas he's gonna be able to farm so quickly. Hand of Midas also received a new cosmetic change in this new version, in the test realm. The past patch notes have shown that we might have to wait a bit. Sexy Bamboo is gonna initiate on Loda. Is there anyone here? No, the arrow is gonna miss. Loda is gonna be surged away, and I think if they had turned around, they would have killed the Batrider, but they were not sure of who was there, so preferring to be safe. Loda is gonna start pounding on those creeps, but he only has 2 low and great cleaves, so it's gonna take a bit more time. So much gold here. This is Loda's piggy bank basically. Once he gets this, it's gonna be the end of his BKB. It's gonna be the end of everything. So Admiral Bulldog getting closer and closer to this Radiance. And the earlier you get the Radiance, the more efficient it's going to be. Radiance is one of these items which kind of start losing potential when you get later into the game, because the burn is very efficient against the support heroes in the early game. They don't have much items. They have to commit on buying wards, and they're taking a bit of damage, but very unlikely that they will be able to bring it down. I was saying before, so the Radiance burning up the supports like Bane. Those heroes, they want to buy wards, they want to buy sentries and everything, so that means they won't be able to get a lot of HP items, and the burn is just gonna force them to get away from the bear. But later on, when he has even the supports start getting items, the burn is gonna be less and less efficient. It's still gonna be very annoying, but it's not gonna be as annoying as, for example, 20 minutes into the game where you only have boots on a Bane and that's pretty much it. So Sexy Bamboo is going to scout out the entrance, but it's too late. The entrance camp is already cleared. Sven got his BKB, and if we take a look at the net worth right now, we have Admiral Bulldog sitting on the top. He has to make the Radiance on the Courier. Yeah, he has it. So it's even going to jump further up because the net worth actually doesn't show the items that is on the Courier. So Sven with the BKB as well as the Bracer, he might finish his Drum of Endurance if he wants more mobility. S4 with the Mechanism, 1k gold. Sexy Bamboo has a Blink Dagger. Sexy Bamboo has to be careful though. He might just go down from the right clicks of Admiral Bulldog. No, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be able to fly away. No entangle this time. Load up. He want to catch someone. Who is on the bottom lane? Is S4 pushed away? But now they will get sandwiched. Come with me. Come with me. Has to be careful. Come with me. Will land a stun. And they will get the Courier, so 175. Oh, actually, invisibility. Disjoint the stun from the Stormhammer. I didn't know that. Now I know. And Loda popped the ultimate already, so he is looking for a fight. If the Radiant heroes are staying up and trying to fight the dire side, they are going to have a very bad time. Arrow is flying up. They want to catch someone. They will catch Aki. Aki is very likely to go down before the fight even happens. And now the wall has been popped, but it's a defensive wall. As no Tidehunter is not going to try to fight this one once Aki is dead. Plus, it is a very small choke point. And if you fight around here, you are pretty much forced to go into the wall. You cannot navigate around the wall. And you have to walk on the fire because it's a very, as I said before, small choke point. So, Loda keep on farming. Admiral Bulldog is also farming up. He's starting to get boots on the Spirit Bear. And what is that for? Trying to build. I think he might go, oh, again, opposed. So, do we have anything that really requires a pipe of insight? We don't have huge nuke. We have Batrider Fire, which is very annoying. We have the Flame Break, which deals a bit of damage. Bane Elemental Brain Slap is pure damage, so I'm not really sure if it's blocked by pipe. And the Fiend's Grip is going to help a bit, but usually the Fiend's Grip, the problem of Fiend's Grip is that you don't really care about the damage, you really care about the disable, so you usually survive through the Fiend's Grip. The more problematic part of the Fiend's Grip is the 5-second disable that goes through BKB. Mirana trying to get a Diffusal Blade, and it's going to be very helpful against the Sven. Sven, once the BKB is out, you cannot purge away the God Strength, but you can purge away the Warcry, so he's going to be slowed to a crawl. That means he's not going to be able to follow you around and get those right clicks on you if he has no BKB. If he has the BKB, he's still going to be able to just pound you in the face. And we have Bounty Hunter going for the Drum of Endurance. So very cost-efficient items on Bounty Hunter. Usually we see this on the Bounty Hunter in the competitive scene. We don't see any kind of like burst Bounty Hunter with the Desolator. We usually see Bounty Hunter going for the pipe. Sorry, not the pipe. For the drum and the BKB, and maybe the Vladimir offering as well. So the bear hitting on Roshan, everyone hitting on Roshan in fact. Roshan is going to fall fairly quickly, and the Radiant are not going to try to contest this. Instead, they're going to try to split push. Mania taking a huge Illuminate in the face, and it's going to be Lone Druid with the Aegis of the Immortal. So even if he dies, the Spirit Bear is still going to be around, and this is a lot of damage coming from the Iron Shell plus the Radiance. It is 90 damage plus 60. Plus how much? It is 45 damage. Oh, S4 caught in the middle of nowhere, and the black hole is even gonna get used. Loda is TPing into the black hole, but come with me. They are gonna leave him behind. Mania is trying to use the ultimate on Loda, but even with 5 seconds of ultimate, we have Lone Druid pounding on him, and this is enough damage to bring him down. Poor Bane is not that tanky. Arrows flying up, heading on Aki. Not gonna do much, just gonna piss off Aki. So in the end, trading up a Darkseer against an Enigma and a Bane. No Tidehunter is going to be fairly happy with this exchange, I guess, and they even saved their tower, so everything goes their way. Admiral Bulldog, what item is looking at? A Hyperstone, so it's going to be a Acid Cuirass, which is fairly standard. Keeper of the Light, Racer, 1.6k gold, so he's pretty farmed up now. And I'm not really sure what he wants to go for. Usually when you see that supports get this farmed, they will get something like a Ghost Scepter if there's an enemy's Vent, for example, or enemy faces Void that does a lot of damage. But in this situation here, except the burst from Bounty Hunter, there's not that much physical damage coming up. Mirana is not the best right-click hero, so you kind of fear if you use the Ghost Scepter that he will use the Starstorm, and you get more damage. Arrow is flying up. They want to scout. They find Eternal Envy as well as S4 and Aki. Loda has the Mask of Madness completed, so even more move speed. And we see a Flame Break flying up. Going to disrupt this flow of the battle a bit. Gem of True Sight picked up on the Vengeful Spirit, so she will have the vision over the enemy wards if they find any, and that's going to help help getting the map control. When they're so far ahead, it doesn't look like it's 7 for 8, but as far as the farm goes, it is 10k gold Adventures of the Dire. As far as the experience goes, it is 5k experience. And the No Tidehunter is looking very, very good to take up this game, because even in the late game, I don't see how AL can turn this around. I mean, even with a perfect black hole, there's not a lot of damage output coming from these heroes. It's not like a Sven. I mean, black hole plus Sven ultimate. Oh, it looks like Mania, again a vacuum into a stun into a triple kill, and now Loda forcing lead from Sony, so Sony has no lead for 10 seconds again, so he cannot do anything dangerous. Gonna land an arrow on Loda, not gonna do much. Eternal Envy has the level 1 snare swap, and this is Rax. There is no buyback on anyone here, and with Sony is gonna get stunned. He's gonna get pulled back, and now he's leaping away, but he's stuck in the trees, and he's just gonna burn to death. Sony will be Sony killed by the bear, the Radiance Burn, and the Iron Shell. A sad fate. As I was saying before, the problem is no Tidehunter. I mean, with a Sven and for example Enigma, you can turn fights around in the late game, even if you're behind in farm, even if you're behind in experience. One good team fight, as we saw in EG versus a Navi, one good team fight, EG was far behind, and they turned this around with a black hole into a team wipe by Sven, and that allowed them to go back into the game. There is no such potential for the AL side. You might have a black hole into Mirana Starfall maybe, but where's the AoE damage? Except from Batrider with the Firefly, it's not going to do so much. So the Firefly in the late game is not going to really kill anyone when you compare it to the Sven with the Gosrin. Even if Mirana gets tons of farm, she will be able to maybe single out 1 or 2 heroes, but afterwards you still have the Lone Druid sitting around, and the Sven sitting around as well. And Sven again is going to take a huge stack of creeps, and see his net worth spiking up. He won, I think he earned maybe like 1,000 gold from this. Keeper of the Light, he finished the 4 staff, so more mobility for this Dire side. 60 Bamboo wants to take the tower, he will take the tower. Loda still has the ultimate active, and he's going to be able to farm this lane pretty simply. Is there anything on the courier? There is actually an Armlet of Morrigan, so S4 decided to go for the pipe. As I was saying earlier, there's not so much damage coming up, magic damage coming up, So pipe, it was not a top priority. It's not like you had a Lina on the other side, or oh, again opposed by Bounty Hunter. Freezer posing this one. He finished up the Drum of Endurance. He's going for Blade of Alacrity, so Yasha into a Mentasol probably. Mirana completed the Diffusal Blade earlier, and they're gonna find Eternal Envy. Are they gonna be able to bring him down? They will bring him down, but 60 Bamboo entangled. 60 Bamboo might even go down. Nope. Force Staff is used by... Actually, the Force Staff is from Batrider. Stun landing on S4, the Malefice, is forcing him away, taking a bit of damage from the tower, but not so much. Darcia, all his items are actually in the base. He doesn't have anything new on himself since a good amount of times. I mean, Mechanism was here already. And is there anything else? There's the pipe recipe, but that's pretty much all. Darcia was 127 as a score. We have Loda now with the armlets delivered, so even more damage.
Cat, thanks you.
Sony, 60 Bamboo, as we saw before, had the Blink Dagger Force Staff. He saved himself with this. Yasha on Mirana, she is looking for the Mentasol. But this is not a lot of damage output by Mirana. When you go with Mirana for a fairly defensive item like Mentasol, or the creeps are gonna follow up. No Tidehunter. The bear is gonna clean them all. When you go for versatile items such as the Mentasol, such as the Diffusal Blade, oh, they're gonna find Eternal Envy again. So Eternal Envy for you. It's like twice in a row that you get kills. She get killed. AL is trying to find someone, but not gonna be able. And in fact, they're gonna go on the tower instead. So you get a support, cool. But now we know that you're out of position. You're not anywhere close to the tower, and the tower is gonna go down very quickly to the Spirit Bear and the Sven. Spirit Bear now completed the Acid Cuirass. It looks like Javelin picked up on Spirit Bear. It might even be an Abyssal Blade. And Bane taking a stun in the face by Sven. They're not gonna go in though. Stun on Loda. Loda is gonna take a 5-second stun, but no follow-up. And in fact, yes, there is a follow-up, but vacuum instantly by S4, canceling this black hole. Loda is gonna get Fiend's Grip, but Mania is not dead with the help of Mirana's ultimate. They are able to turn this around, but no kills going anyway yet. We see the bear trying to finish up Come With Me. Bear is falling. Come With Me is very close to death. He will go down. Mania is the next target. Mania is going to burn to death. Mania is going to fall. And Loda on the back end of the play. He is going to take down Mirana. And this is 4 heroes dead for the Radiant. And it is going to be Rax again. So, as you can see, even if they land all the disables on Loda, where is the damage? There's no damage. You cannot bring him down. And even if you do focus Loda, Admiral Bulldog is going to make you pay with the bear. Burning you down. Eternal Envy again is going to get caught. He's going to be fine this time. Everyone's here protecting this poor Vengeful Spirit. This Sacrificial Lamb, twice in a row getting caught by the Batrider. Come With Me. Making a good job at bringing down Vengeful Spirit, but that means also he doesn't have the ultimate ready for anyone else like Loda. And they're gonna go through the backdoor protection. No backdoor protection. You know, I don't care. I'll DPS the backdoor protection by so much. And Lone Druid now has the gem on True Sight on himself. S4 has the pipe completed. Full Aki, sorry. God damn it. Aki, Force Staff 2k gold now, so a lot of farm on Aki as well. And Sven 3k gold in bank. We have to look at what he decides to go next. It might be the Creed Stick, like the Daedalus, if he goes for what the other teams go very often. The other teams who play Sven usually don't go for the Armlet, they go straight for the Daedalus. So Chrysalis into Daedalus. Loda is here, going on Come With Me. 1 strike, 2 strike. Oh, and with the cleave, killing the courier. Mania is gonna get caught by Admiral Bulldog on the other side of the jungle. Of the trees, I mean, this is not the jungle, it's TP out by, I think it was 60 Bamboo, yep. What is this? Whoa, this is some weird bug. Flame Break flying across half the map. Only 1 set of racks is standing, and at this point, no Tidehunter is going to be this playing safe. They are saying, you know, we know that Roshan is coming back up, so we're going to go on Roshan and then push. It might be the chance for AL to do something, but I'm not really sure they can even contest this. So they're gonna go on Roshan. Mask of Madness popped. The bear is not here actually. The bear, where's the bear? Where's the bear? Where's your bear? Oh, the bear is actually going to go back home. He decided to pick up a basher, so even more disabled. Trying to catch Sexy Bamboo, who's flying around. Sexy Bamboo is looking for a snipe. He is going to be able to get it, but he dies right after. So at least he denies the Aegis from the enemies. But now he's gonna fall, and that is gonna be 4v5. Oh, Dust popping in. Freezer is gonna get caught. Freezer, yep, no way you can survive this one. And now it's gonna be 5 versus 3 in the coming fight. So they might have stolen Aegis. But oh, come with me. Can he run fast enough? He's gonna blink away. Mania though, he has no TP scroll. Oh, there was a TP scroll here. He has to go all the way around, and that is gonna be GG if they have no buyback. No buyback and no buyback. Oh, actually buyback. Right enough for buyback. So last stand for AL. Are they gonna survive this one? I'm not really sure. They are letting the melee barrack fall. The range barrack is gonna fall as well. And stun is gonna land on Mirana. This is Mega Creeps. This is gonna be finished. And AL tapping out at the very end. Not going for an early GG. Admiral Bulldog, holy shit. Loda is gonna get pulled into the fountain, so at least they're gonna get a little bit of a revenge kill, but this is just gonna be for pride. Sony, you see how little damage he deals? It's sad. So thank you guys for watching. AL versus No Tidehunter, game 1 of the round of 8 of DreamHack Winter 2012, and we're gonna jump straight into game 2. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.